cocoa going, Ian?
I smell the crisp snow in the air.
The crisp snow do you smell it when it's in the air or on the ground?
I mean, you can smell it both times, I think.
Welcome to the holiday edition of the CU podcast.
Yeah.
The completely Christmas podcast. That's a double C. 2CC podcast. 2 CCs.
2 CCs.
It's for December 17, 2017. Sunday recording because I got to get shit done. Besides Ian Ferguson. I'm Pat Constry.
Yeah.
This is an awkward opening to this edition.
I'm going to be flat out honest.
Ian Kringle.
I'm fairly certain I've torn something at this point.
Your labrum?
Yeah, so I'm kind of lit up like a Christmas tree to try to get through this. It's in the holiday
Was
spirit.
it as bad as it was 2 weeks ago?
It's worse.
It's worse?
It's worse.
What have you been doing?
I don't know. Lifting too much, not resting.
You didn't buy a brace or tape it up? You know what? Who cares about self-care, right? It's overrated.
Not me. I'm going to die in 5 years anyway.
Well, with that attitude.
What's the Mickey Mantle quote? Had I known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself.
Oh, yeah, and he wasted someone else's liver that went to him. Somehow he got put on the list for a new fucking liver, and it was dead within a few years anyway.
Oh, Mantle.
Piece of shit.
Fucking Mantle.
Good baseball player, though. One of the best ever. We're spinning out of control in this
Happy
podcast.
birthday, Jesus.
I was most likely born in the spring, according to historians. But what we're
or
talking
not
about...
real.
That's come up the past 10 years, but it's more likely than not that he did exist in some form. But I have seen the arguments against him existing.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about, the Atari box delay, the Disney Fox deal, the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, Breath of the Wild winning Game of the Year for the Video Game Awards, and your Q&A, and a Scumbag Saw of the Week. Ian, what's been going on besides your shoulder popping out in and out like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon 2?
Oof. Well, we've got a friend in town from Australia who will be staying with us for a while.
Not Allie.
No, not Allie.
How many Australian friends do you have?
I know a lot of Australians.
How the fuck do you go down there every day?
No, never been. Never been.
These people that find you through the podcast?
Some.
These are podcast Australian followers.
This is a podcast Australian.
Now are living with you.
A Podstralian.
So the person living with you knows me.
Yeah.
But I don't know them.
You don't know that.
I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie.
Well, whatever.
See, if you don't know that, well, half the time when I come over to Ian's place for like a get-together or going out to eat, there'll be like one or two people that I don't realize know me, but they know Ian through the podcast, so he won't tell me some of the times, and so I'm like thrown off.
Pat, why do they care? Why do you care?
I should know when I'm meeting a stranger if they know me before I meet them. I feel like I should know that. I should know who I'm meeting. It's almost like not against my will I'm meeting someone that knows me, but at least I should be informed of it. There's some trickery going on there, I feel.
But if you came over and they didn't know you and you didn't know this person was going to be there, you'd still be meeting someone against your will.
No, it wouldn't be something as well. It's not meeting something against will. It's you're put in a position you don't know you're being put into. That's the key. I'm sorry I have to come out here now on the podcast like this, but I feel like there's some trickery involved when that happens. You're not being honest with me when that happens. There it is.
Honest about what? There's no trickery involved.
There's trickery involved.
These are just people.
No, they're not just people at that point because they have a preconceived notion of me, and I may or may not realize I'm changing that when I meet them.
I think you're thinking too
No,
hard.
I'm not thinking too much about it.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I'm not.
Yes.
Because now I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to do the podcast anymore.
The person's not here anyways.
So now I gotta be super nice, or if they think I'm an asshole, oh, Pat's an asshole now, which I am an asshole, but they may not know that personally.
They don't care.
So Ian, your shoulder's fucked up. So is mine. We're gonna move on from that. Christmas time's almost here. You done with your Christmas shopping?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I gotta try to buy a few more presents. I should probably get you something, two of my friends something, and something for a family member.
What? You gotta get who something? What?
You something. Besides the large amount of duck. I got you a large amount of duck. Is this a t-shirt? Hold on. How soft is it? It is soft. I will do it with my teeth. Ow.
I got Ian something. See, I'm only a partial asshole. Ian's gripping the shirt while he's laughing.
Oh, this is good. This is real good. So this is I didn't. Why does this exist? It's it's Aquaman mixed with that Family Guy thing. It's the my man. My man.
Show the camera better. Yeah, I got it for you.
Yeah, you do that. Thank you very much, Pat. You're my man. You're my man.
My man.
I'm so glad that exists. Well, thank you.
See,
what are you doing for Christmas?
I'll be unpacking and coming down off that great high.
You gonna have 5 minutes to come over for tamales and some food
On Christmas Day?
Yeah,
we'll see. Usually Frank will do this Italian sauce on Christmas Day.
That's right.
I invite you to that every fucking year, and you always say no.
Because I have to host people here.
So we might stop by. Maybe me and the missus.
Gathering of
me and the missus?
toys.
Not yet. Me and the lady friend.
Whoa! All right.
No, there's nothing there. I hope she's not listening.
Merry Christmas.
That's not a Christmas gift for her.
All right.
So my Christmas giving is just about giving. Buying is done. Gift baskets all around to my family back east.
Yeah, because, why not? Whatever. Have a gift basket.
What do you want? I'm not going to buy something, wrap and then mail
they're
it.
good.
What is
Gift
this, the
baskets
80s?
are good.
Gift baskets are good. Wine baskets, like I said before, Omaha Steaks is good. Trying to switch it up a little bit too, here and there. Besides that, I got to pack and get the fuck out of my place still. So I'm behind there. I got to finish this NES Punk episode, do that, and then ordering a bunch of shit for the house, and I'm going to be in debt by January because I'll have 2 mortgages. That'll be fun until I sell my place. It'll be fun. So I'm going to be at SoCal Retro Gaming Expo January 20th and 21st. You can save 10% on tickets. Go to SoCalRetroGamingExpo.com. Use code CUPodcast and save 10% on your tickets. Ian probably won't be there.
I'm going to try to pop
He's always
up
invited.
Saturday.
Oh, well, that's news. Well, if that's the case, then you can be a guest.
Well, like I said, I'm going to try.
Maybe guest.
I get Saturdays off most of the time. If I have it off, then I'm going to see if Lincoln or someone wants to pop up.
With a teeny bit of traffic, you're looking at like an hour 40 travel time. If you need a last-minute Christmas gift, go to ultimatenes.com and buy an NES guidebook. And that's what's going on. Real quick, you want to talk about net neutrality? I talked about it a bit on the Not So Common podcast on my stance. We probably agree mostly on net neutrality.
Yeah, it's not a very good thing.
To have it or to get rid of it?
To get rid of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's not a good thing that we've
net neutrality is good.
Yeah, net neutrality is fantastic.
Which is like 90% of people agree with that it's A-okay.
Yeah, 3 people got rid of it.
Well, not yet. It's got to go through Congress.
Yeah, it's got to go through Congress. 16 states are already
suing.
California being one of them.
And it's a mix of states all over the U.S. It's not just like, oh, this is Democratic states. It's a mix of states.
And that's the weird thing.
It's a bipartisan issue as far as it's not a partisan issue about this. This is corporatism versus like a freedom of utility issue to me. That's exactly what it is.
It's very much a bipartisan issue. I mean, if the rough estimate is 80% of the public was for keeping net neutrality. That's very much a bipartisan issue, and it's weird to see some people, the few people who have latched onto it because I think they see it as a partisan issue, but it's not.
It's really not.
It's not at all. So I'm hoping that it will get, struck down in court again. Am I wrong, or has it already been to court and struck down?
I haven't seen that happen yet.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. But net neutrality, I mean,
it'll probably go into the federal court, and then either way, they'll try to pass a law. If it's 80% public support, then again, some gun issues are 89% public support. Nothing happens with them.
Yeah.
But for something like this, I see there's being something to protect us, because when the only people that are really for it are the fucking cable companies and ISPs, we got a problem.
Exactly.
Follow the money on this stuff. Those cable companies are so great for consumers throughout the years, not having monopolies and holding us over barrels since the 80s.
I'm from Buffalo, and I mean, I know they were elsewhere, but Adelphia was like the only place in Western New York. Yeah, and Adelphia was had a famous lawsuit and problem, way back in the
for having monopoly on businesses, or
in some sort of fraud,
overcharging.
It was during the Enron problem, but there was all sorts of problems with Adelphia.
Well, just real quick, I spoke about this on the Not So Common podcast. In New Jersey, they lobbied forever. New Jersey's corrupt, but if you lived in a certain municipality, you had one cable company. There was no competition at all.
Yeah, that's how Adelphia
was structured through the government. Talk about bullshit. So either if I lived in one location, you either had Comcast or that's it. You move to another across the state, you'd have some other cable company like Cablevision or nothing. And this is before you had even a DirecTV option, 80s and early 90s. That was it. You were stuck.
Right.
You want to use your little bunny rabbit ears and your antenna in your roof, or then you don't get cable. Like that's how it was for a long time. And then the a la carte options, people were begging for years, cable companies, to say, give us besides 3 plans, and all 3 plans still have 50 channels each we don't want. Give us the idea to way to go a la carte. So
and then those a la carte channels were ridiculously expensive.
Well, they're always just like the HBO and Showtime. But now with YouTube TV and Sling and other services, they're eating cable's lunch because they're doing the stuff that cable should have been doing 20 years ago. And so they're trying to hold on. And plus they're, with all this, they can go to Netflix and charge them. And I've read in the past, they've already gone after Netflix in the past, cable companies, to have them pay more for their bandwidth, which again, net neutrality is supposed to protect. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
Right.
So, if the cable companies win, I'm not for it. And that's as simple as to me it should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
There's nothing
if you're
else
on the
to
side
it.
of cable companies, fuck you out there. Because
Right.
that's basically what you're doing. You're an SJW for not liking cable companies. All right. I'll take it.